let us know. Good? Are we live?
It's not Memorex.
We've got Levi at the controls. Welcome, Levi. It's his first time. And we've got Lucky Dog here.
He's out of the picture, but he won't. He doesn't say much.
He doesn't say much.
He sings now.
He does.
Only when Levi plays saxophone.
He sang with me on Memorial Day. I played a recording that our friend had made of taps. And
he sang along.
He sang along. It was beautiful. I was hoping the neighborhood heard. Welcome back to another week. Is this our 8th time doing this?
It is. Well, we're going to kick it off with one. I recorded this in 1988. I co-wrote it with the great Sarah Bowen.
Sarah Bowen might have had something to do with me falling in love with you. This song is... I've been asking Harvey to learn this song for...
Yeah, this hasn't been played very much because Sarah's a tin whistle, penny whistle player from our area here, who's one of the best anywhere. And her part was so strong on this recording that I never felt like it should ever be played again.
Right.
And kind of like one of those great James Brown songs. But we're going to do it. Joyce is going to play the violin and she'll do Sarah's whistle melody. And this was in honor of it was right around that time when I wrote this. It was when the last human was manning a lighthouse in Maine. It was in the news that the robots were taking over the lighthouses. And boy, that'd be a good COVID-19 job for you, wouldn't it, to be working in a lighthouse?
I want to send this out to our neighbor, Dave Francis, next door. Maybe he'll hear it through the window. He took us on a ride on the other side of the Nubble Lighthouse this week.
Our famous lighthouse. All right, one called Keeper of the Light.
Lucky likes that song. I guess they can't see him.
They can't see him or smell him. Yeah, we can eat.
What?
We can eat all the onion and garlic we want before these shows.
More. You could see him for a second? Oh, good.
Our next song has roots right here in York, Maine also. Both Joyce and I did quite a bit of time in bluegrass bands, and it's kind of a tradition or a custom, or it's not uncommon for bluegrass bands to always do a gospel song in every set. Bill Monroe usually did. And this one comes from the ink pen of one of the great creators of, I guess, what you'd call gospel songs. There's really been three names that really stand out over all the couple of hundred years. And Lowell Mason from down in Boston wrote about 1,600 hymns, but they're mostly church hymns. And other than him, the two names that jump out, Albert Brumley, of course, wrote a whole lot of songs that are very, they're circulating. They're not just in the hymnals or the things. People really sing them in the real world. And in the folk and bluegrass world, there's another mysterious man named William Batchelder Bradbury, who was born right here in York, Maine in 1816 on October 6th. I know that date. And William Bradbury, he published about 55 books, and he was kind of responsible for what they call the Sunday school idea of teaching kids songs. But 4 of his songs are really, really, really well known, and we're going to do one of those 4. He's known for one called Jesus Loves Me. He's known for one called Angel Band that every bluegrass band knows. And he's also known for one called Sweet Hour of Prayer that almost everyone knows.
He was able to really write these beautiful choruses, which hymns don't always have choruses.
And we're going to honor, his father was the choir director at our church, 10 buildings down the street. Funny too.
I want you all to know that Lucky is on my foot. He's never been on stage with us.
It's never been warmer up here.
It's kind of reminding me of when my kids used to like be in the little backpack or. That's good.
So we're going to sing part of this, and we'll play it instrumentally. One from the great William Batchelder Bradbury called "He Leadeth Me."
hurt from. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis his hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by his hand he leadeth me. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by his hand he leadeth me. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by his hand he leadeth me. What a beautiful song. I was thinking Lucky leadeth me every morning too. He's godly.
Well, we're gonna show our versatility here by doing something.
We're gonna go back to Saturday night now. We were just Sunday morning. Now we gotta get the whole weekend since we only see you once a week. We love seeing you, by the way. I'm looking into a camera, but I'm looking at you. I know some of you who are out there. I saw a few comments and I spoke to a few people right before the show. And knowing that you're hustling about your little life in your rooms, or maybe sitting on the couch, or listening to us while you cook dinner, or whatever it is, it grounds us in our week. Looking forward to playing for you every week, and you showing up makes a big difference. So thank you.
We've done quite a number of songs in this series of concerts from our Song Train project, and this one it's definitely not a children's song. In fact, this is a great thing for our underage son to be leaving right before we sing about the glories of whiskey. We're going to send this out to our neighbor Steve, who's been making hand sanitizer.
Oh, you're talking about...
Yeah, he went in the holler and built him a still.
Yeah.
All right. This one's from a big family of old folk songs about the Jack of Diamonds and the Cuckoo Bird and the Unhungry Horses. There's a whole bunch of them. The Wagoner's Lad. I don't know how classifying songs is something I'm not wildly fond of, but one I just call Rye Whiskey. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I crave. If I don't get rye whiskey, you can show me my grave. I eat when I'm hungry, I drink when I'm dry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Gonna go in the holler, build me a stove. I'll sell you a gallon for a $2 bill. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I crave. If I don't get rye whiskey, you can show me my grave. Rye whiskey, you're no friend to me. You killed my poor daddy, now damn you, try me. I drink and I gamble, my money's my own. If you don't like me, you can leave me alone. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I crave. If I don't get rye whiskey, you can show me my grave. Rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I crave. If I don't get rye whiskey, you can show me my grave. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely don't get rye whiskey, you can show me my grave.
Well, you do that one awfully well.
I've read a lot about whiskey. I have a
Yeah.
whole shelf of books about whiskey
Yeah.
I've been reading recently. What's on our next one? Oh, it's time for me to sing another song here.
Yeah, is it you? All right. Go get him.
Well, I came upon this song because of, I'll send this out to my buddy Sten Olaf over there in Norway. I'm trying hard. The folks there that have been with us for a while remember how gracefully I tripped over my cord the first couple weeks there. One of my favorite, you know how they talk about people that get the Nobel Prize, they get that phone call from Sweden in the middle of the night, and they think it's one of their friends goofing on them, you know. Well, when Sten Olaf called me from Norway to invite me to come over and play at a folk festival there, I figured it was one of my friends clowning around, and it took him a while to convince me that he really was Sten Olaf from Haugesund. And he wanted me to come. Oh, I meant to bring the CD up with me, darn it. There's a really epic album that I meant to bring the autographed copy of, called Tideland, with two singers, one from Norway and one from Ireland. Rita Eriksson from Norway and Dolores Keane from Ireland. And they're the second and third best singers I've ever worked with after Joyce Andersen. Just remarkable, remarkable singers, and it's a remarkable album. They did a collaboration album a number of years ago, and they did a concert, and there's a great Norwegian musician named Knut Reersrud that played on the album, but he wasn't available for the gig, and I had to try to fill his giant Norwegian shoes. And as a result, I got to sing this song with Dolores Keane and her band in front of a theater full of people in Norway. I think I did. When you fly that far and you're that jet lagged, you sometimes are half asleep, and it's indistinguishable from a dream. But this is a great old song from the 1700s about, I have no idea what it's about. The European history is way too confusing. So you can go look it up and figure out if you care. I'm not really that scholarly about it. It was called The Lowlands of Holland, although I did read somewhere that the earliest version of it was published in Scotland in the early 1700s. In fact, it might have been Dick Goggin that wagged his finger at me and said, "Oh, you're just doing that's an old Scottish song, you know." I do a horrible Scottish accent. You're just doing the Irish version of it. So whatever it is, my Scottish grandfather hated Irish people, and I'm proud that I confuse the songs. A lot of us do, and I think it's a sign of healing that Irish song, Scottish song, what's the difference, huh? Anyway, Lowlands of Holland. On the night that I was married, in my marriage bed, up there came a bold sea captain, and he stood at my bed, saying, "Arise, arise, young wedded man, come along with me to the lowlands of Holland to fight the enemy." Oh, Holland is a lovely land, on it grows fine grain. Sure, it is a place of residence where a soldier might remain, where the sugar cane is plentiful and the tea grows on each tree. Oh, I never had but one sweetheart, now he's gone from me. the mother to the daughter give o'er your sad lament. There's men enough in Galway for to be your heart's content. If there's men enough in Galway, there's no man for me. Since these high winds and stormy seas have come between my love and me, I'll wear no stays around my waist, no combs all in my hair, no handkerchief for to bind my head and to keep my beauty fair. And never will I marry until the day that I die, since the lowlands of Holland have come between my love and I. And never will I marry until the day that I die, since the lowlands of Holland have come between my love and I. Thank you, the lowlands of Holland. Well, I'm going to do one more song here for you. I'm going to try one I haven't done in ages. This is the fun thing. Those of you that have been with us for a while now may have figured out we're trying really hard not to do the same songs. So every week we get to come up with another batch of songs, which is good for us and good for you. I've been married to a fiddle player now for 17 years and some, and it's pretty, I mean, it's totally, everything about it's completely awesome, except that if you play in the world of traditional music, the fiddle, there's no totem poles in our world, but if there were, the fiddlers are higher up on the totem pole. And they're louder, so we guitar people are always expected to play fiddle music on the guitar, and it's a kind of a whole art form of it's not my specialty actually. And we accompany fiddle players, and we sometimes learn their tunes. And I don't think the fiddlers really have to learn that much of the guitar repertoire. They're not expected to learn classical gas or... Anyway, so this is in honor of a comedian I saw once who was doing an impression of what Bob Dylan would sound like if he was imitating Johnny Cash. It was... I'm going to do a guitar's imitation of how a banjo plays fiddle music here. So, with my funny capos and my trusty old 1984 Taylor here, this is the guitar I recorded this on. Cindy. All right. Thank you so much. And now I bring you the great Joyce Andersen. What do you got for us, Joyce?
I got some stuff.
Let me trip over myself again here.
I'm going to stay far away until you're safely out of there.
I'm going to move my trusty chair here out of the way. You know, I don't really need to carry. That's been the folding stool I've carried with me to all my traveling gigs for so many years. We're not traveling. I guess I don't need my folding stool.
No.
Let's see. Did I shut that off? I did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the one, the only Joyce, the Voice Andersen.
Harvey, Reid. Well, I guess I can take these off. I see Chris Millette is out there, and I actually have one of my YouTube videos is of this in your theater, Chris, in Murphy's, California. I'm going to play Ramblin' Man, which is one I wrote in the kind of the mountain music genre. I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains. Not growing, I didn't grow up in them, but I grew up hiking in them. And send this out to my Ramblin' Man Harvey, who's settled down quite a bit since he got this big old rambling house and a wife and kids and a dog. And, wow,
Rare dog,
not much of a rambling man anymore. I am a 14-year-old girl. I am a woman Ramblin' Man. I'm gonna pull my gear back here and do a little song for you on my rig. One that I call We Will Shine. It's been a rough week here in America. Depending on, well, it's just, I know there's a lot of silver linings people are experiencing right now too. And but there's a lot of pain, and I don't know where you are right now. We're all in different places, and but I know as a country we've hit some. It's been a rough week, so I'm gonna sing this song. It's pretty meditative at a point where I add some, I do some live looping, and I add some violin layers to it, so maybe we can envision a more peaceful world, a healthier world, and the ways that we can shine amidst all the darkness. This is one off my Swerve album. Is that my last album? Yes, I do believe it. Oh, no. Something's got unplugged. Let's see what happened here. Is that supposed to be plugged in? What's that? No. Let me put my glasses on, folks. Sorry, technical difficulties. This is why it's hard to... I had to push it around, and some of my plugs must have gotten unplugged. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Where are you? Where's the wire that came unplugged? Well, maybe I won't do this song. Maybe I'm supposed to do another song. Well, oh, here we go. Is that it? Here we go. Woohoo! Okay. Where are you? I'm here crying, but I feel joy beneath the dying. It's beautiful with the flame so low, how the embers glow. Tides of tears unveil my eyes. For one sweet moment I am wise. A bleeding sun pulls down the day. A golden moon rises from a silver sea. I will shine, I will shine with this this little light of mine, I will shine. Yes, I will shine. Chase the love that calls your name. You will shine. You will shine like a diamond in a deep coal mine. You will shine. Yes, you will shine. These are lean times, but beauty ain't made of gold. Don't have to be mean times. Find your joy and grab a hold. It's free, that part of you, that part of me. We will shine. We will shine. You shine your light, and now shine mine. We will shine. We will shine. Yes, we will shine. You will shine. I will shine. And we will shine. We will shine. We will shine.
Shine on.
Shine on. I got lots to move. You just gotta take your time. Just give me a little space here, baby. Hold on. Let's see. This here. That. I just don't want the fiddles to fall off. There. Okay.
Get our dance floor back.
Yep, got our dance floor back.
I think I might have mentioned last week that it's hard to know for us musicians exactly what our role is in all of this. When there's, we know we have some role, other than just plain distraction and all of that. And in our Memorial Day show last week, we talked a little bit about some of the issues. But we're gonna do an old song. We don't know where it came from. There's kind of two definitive versions of this song out there. One of them for about 70 years has been a banjo version sung by Doc Boggs, a mysterious banjo player from Virginia. I think a coal miner, if I'm not mistaken.
Pad you dry.
You're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna mop your brow. There you go.
Nobody can really play like Doc Boggs. He had a unique style and played in funny tunings. And this isn't really a banjo. This is a 6-string banjo. I'm going to try to get some of that spooky modal banjo sound he had. So I can't really channel his subterranean voice. But the other classic version of this came later, and
was sung on the Grammys.
No, it was the Oscars.
Oh, the Oscars, right.
Like 500 million people or something around the world were watching the velvet gowns and the red carpet and all the glitz and glamour of the Oscar ceremonies. And someday I'd like to find out how it actually came to be that who made the phone call that said, we need Ralph Stanley to come here and put on a tuxedo and sing this song a cappella for all these folks here in Hollywood and all over the world. If you don't know, Ralph Stanley is one of the, we lost him a few years ago, but he was, we should have got out the picture of us with Ralph. He was, yeah. Ralph was one of the, what they call first generation bluegrass musicians. And
he called that mountain music. I played at his festival.
Did you?
Yeah.
Boy, if you want to learn to sing bluegrass tenor, you get some Ralph Stanley records. Even though Bill Monroe kind of invented bluegrass and tenor singing, but Ralph hit the ball really hard.
I played at the Ralph. I just want to say I played at the Ralph Stanley Festival with a band called the Singing Conquerors, and there's 2 African American women singers, and we were all out of Brooklyn, New York. It was really great.
But here in Ralph, it was in the movie. He sang Ralph's version of this was in the movie "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" It's hard to say. So we're going to do an unusual version here. I don't think we've ever done this together. This is the viola and 6-string banjo. Harvey, Reid, and Joyce Andersen, tribute to all those we've lost. And I don't...
It's surreal. I just can't...
Yeah, well, this is a line in the final verse of this. The old, the young, the rich, the poor are all alike to me, you know. Although... I'm not sure the billionaires have been dying at quite the same rate as in the COVID disaster as some of the other social groups. All right, so we're going to sing a little bit about death here in case any of you have lost someone. I don't know if this will console you or not, but we're going to sing you a little bit of "Oh Death" here. An icy hand got a hold on me. I am death and I can tell. I open the doors to heaven and hell. I'll fix your feet so you can't walk. I'll lock your jaw so you can't talk. Close your eyes so you can't see this very air. Come go with me. Oh, death, won't you spare me over to another year? Oh, death, won't you spare me over to another year? Death, I come to take the soul, freeze the body, leave it cold. Drop the flesh right off the frame, where earth and worm both have a claim. Mother, come here to my bed, place cold towels upon my head. My head is warm, my feet are cold, death is moving up on my soul. Death, consider my age, please don't take me at this stage. All my wealth's at your command if you just move your icy hand. The old, the young, the rich, the poor, all the life to me. The land of silver gold will satisfy me, but your soul.
I didn't want Harvey to have to sing that by himself.
Well, that's one of the paradoxes of bluegrass music. Boy, that's heavy. Careful. You want to hand me that chrysalis?
Yeah.
That when you sing in bluegrass, they call it lonesome harmony. And that wasn't exactly an example of lonesome harmony we were doing.
Speaking of lonesome harmony, we had a request for some
Lonesome Dave.
Lonesome Dave.
Oh, is that Marcy and
Yeah.
Lou there? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little of that one of these.
Possibly. We already.
Well, let me get this one. I got this one on my list here.
Oh, am I stepping off?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do a shout out here to Tim White over there in New Hampshire, who made this unusual guitar here. I haven't featured it yet here on the broadcast. I don't know how deep to go into it. This is the most. It's interesting looking. It looks like Batman and Spider-Man teamed up to design a guitar. But it's I've had this for 21 years now. There's only sadly, there should be boatloads of these in the world, but there's only a handful. Blind Lemon Jefferson taught us all something. I don't know if he intended to, but people have done an amazing job of sounding like Robert Johnson, or I'm not a very good mimic, but I don't think I've ever in all my life heard anybody even vaguely sound like Lemon Jefferson, either his voice or his guitar. One of the most utterly distinctive sounds in the ever. And kind of unlikely, he was a surprisingly popular artist in the 1920s. His 78s, they're sold. They were made to be what they call race records, that were to be sold to the African Americans who, understandably, didn't want to buy records of Al Jolson or Enrico Caruso or John Philip Sousa, and there was no radio stations playing any black music until the 1940s, and that was pretty limited. And they weren't allowed in theaters, and the only way they had to participate was to buy Victrolas and buy records, and they bought amazing amounts of records. Which is why we have all the great old blues records now, is that so I'm going to do what Lemon Jefferson would have loved me to do, which is not try to sound like him at all, and I'm just going to sing this the only way I know how. And we'll also, this will be one more dark song, and we'll lighten it up here towards the end. One kind favor I will ask of you. One kind favor I will ask of you. One kind favor I will ask of you. See that my grave is kept clean. See that my grave is kept clean. There's 6 white horses in a 6 white horses in a line. 6 white horses in a line, carrying me now to my burying ground. Did you ever hear a coffin sound? Did you ever hear a coffin sound? Did you ever hear a coffin sound? One more poor boy's underground. One more poor boy's underground. You can dig my grave with a bloody spade. You can dig my grave with a bloody spade. See that my digger gets well paid. See that my digger gets well paid. My heart stopped beating and my hands turned cold. When my heart stopped beating, my hands turned cold. When my heart stopped beating, my hands turned cold. I believe what the Bible told. I believe what the Bible told. Kind favor I will ask of you. One kind favor I will ask of you. There's one kind favor I will ask of you. See that my grave is kept clean. See that my grave is kept clean. One kind favor. Boy, there's a whole lot more graves that got to be kept clean now.
I think your sister Lucille just inspired me to do a protest song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we going to protest?
I'm going to protest.
Oh, do
yeah.
I get to help?
You get to go sit down.
Oh.
You can. I would love it if you want to sing with me. But I'm just going to. And thank you. I think also Arnie Alpert is out there. And I learned this song because I played a fundraiser for the Arnie Alpert Action Fund. The American Friends Service Committee is a beautiful organization across this country that is maybe around the world. I know they do work around the world. And I tried to help them out a little with my Mother's Day Peace concert. And Arnie asked for this song. What a great song. I could play this song every time I play music. Especially now. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I think it should be our theme song, but you know, it might, I don't know if it would diminish or grow our audience. I need some tambourine here. Let's get some tambourine. Oh yeah, I got this cool thing. It's made by Farmer Foot Drums. Pete Farmer.
Sound like a drum.
It doesn't feel like it's plugged in. Is it happening?
It's pretty loud. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
It cuts.
So this is a story from the Bible about Paul and Silas. So it's the miracle of them breaking out of jail, and then there's some more words that were written more recently, I believe. I should be a better student. Arnie can tell you in the comments maybe. And Paul and Silas bound in jail. Ain't nobody for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout. Jail doors opened and they all walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Sing with me, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Only thing that we did right, no, only thing that we did wrong, stay in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Only thing that we did right was the day we began to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, people.
All right. We got one more big song for him.
We do?
Yeah, we do. Can you move your fabulous Pete Farmer tambourine?
Yes.
Make room for a rambling man to come over here.
The rambling man. We are
a rambling man.
We are going to play the song. This song might have changed our life. Last Dance this summer changed our life.
Yeah, this song's right up there for us.
Yeah.
It has deep meaning. It was an old. It's not a child ballad. It's an old song from the British Isles. I think they call it a broadside.
Harvey's. Thank you, folks, for ordering Harvey's book. I wonder who's read the most pages so far.
Mobius.
It's kind of embarrassed that somebody else is going to finish it before. I don't even have a copy.
I haven't seen one yet. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
But the orders keep coming in. I can't wait till we go to the post office with that. When we finally get, we're selling them from here, and Harvey will sign them for you. The Troubadour Chronicles, and you can also buy it right now from Amazon. But in his studies, he had so many books kept arriving at the house. And one of them was about the troubadour women. And I read that because it was small. It was short.
Oh, yeah. Meg Bogan's book. Great book.
It was a great book. And this song is really wonderful because it feels like it's the troubadour woman song. It's usually the troubadours of the 11th century or kind of lower class men writing songs about these higher class women and kind of to honor their husbands, which just seems kind of weird. But anyway, this song is about a woman, a higher class woman who falls in love with a peasant who's supposed to just be giving her away at the wedding, which is
maybe someone out there fell in love with a peasant.
Yeah, we sang it, and a woman came up to me after we sang this song, and she says, because it's called. She went out hunting with her dog and her gun. What's it called? Dog and her gun? Dog and gun? What's this song called?
Some versions are called Dog and Gun.
Dog and Gun.
Some
we'll
are
call
called,
it Dog and Gun for this.
It has at least 3 names. The Squire of Tamworth is one of the names.
Oh, yeah.
Any of you from Tamworth, you can do.
This is why your book is 530. You know too much. No, you know just enough. You know just the right amount.
It's also called Golden Glove. It's a great story. It's one of the few old ballads with Cecil Sharp put it in his 1906 book.
Anyway, it's called Dog and Gun, and this woman came up to me at
no
the
killing,
intermission. I'm sorry,
no
I'm
gore,
interrupting you.
no sex.
And she said, "Do you want a puppy?" And anyway, the rest is history. Now we have. I sang this to him the first night, and he cried in his crate. It's been great to be with you folks, and
I'm gonna get this is my mandocello. It's only made a couple appearances. I have to get my chrysalis mandocello.
We got to get you to play the Isidore. We got to wreck the Isidore one of these times.
We do. We have a lot of songs. We haven't run out of songs yet, folks. You can. So we'll. Thank you. Thank you so much to those of you who've found our websites and donated generously to us.
Amazing.
It greatly helps. The government's not donating to self-employed musicians.
Yeah.
You can only get unemployment if you've been working. And, of course, since musicians don't work, we don't qualify for unemployment. Anyway, we're doing fine up here in Maine, and we love all of you, and I'm going to get the mandocello in tune here. Let's do a little bit of the Golden Glove for him and send him off.
Daughter so fair.
she spied. Oh, her heart was inflamed, and bitterly she did cry. She turned to the squire, but nothing she said. But instead of getting married, she took to her bed. And thoughts of the farmer so ran in her mind that a way for to have him she quickly did find. Coat, waistcoat, and trousers the young girl put on, and she went out a-hunting with her dog and her gun. She hunted all around where the farmer did dwell, for in her heart, oh, she loved him right well. She oftentimes fired, but nothing she killed, until that young farmer came into his field. And for to talk with him, it was her intent. With her dog and her gun, off to see him she went. Wedding she cried, for to wait on the squire and to give him his bride. Oh no, cried the farmer, I take a sword in my hand, and by honor I would do whatever she command. The lady was pleased to hear him so bold. She gave him a glove that was made out of gold. She said that she had found it, she was coming along. She was out a-hunting with her dog and her gun. The lady, she went home with a heart full of love, and gave out a notice that she lost her glove. And whosoever finds it and brings it to me, whoever he is, oh, me husband he'll be. The farmer, he was pleased when he heard the news. With a heart full of love, to the lady he goes, saying, lady, oh lady, I picked up your glove. Grant me some love. Oh, it's already granted, I will be your bride. For I love the sweet breath of the farmer, she cried. I'll be mistress of your dairy, and I'll milk all your cows in my arms, while you go whistling on your plow. And when they got married, they told of the fun, how she'd gone out a-hunting with her dog and her gun. Thank you, Liz and Peter Mulholland, for giving us such a gift. Offering that beautiful wire-haired pointing griffin, Lucky, bringing him into our life.
Thank you, folks. That was
And
show
thank
number
you
8.
all for
we'll
showing
see you
up.
Same bat channel, same bat time.
Tell all your friends. Yeah.
I'll wag my finger at them.
Go to joyscream.com or woodpecker.com and we
Sign
have
up on our primitive email list.
Yeah, we have an email list, but subscribe to this channel. That would be the best thing.
They've been doing that.
That's great.
Not quite in droves, but they're
it's inching up. I think if we get to 1,000, I'm going to be able to get my boys on here. They kind of promised me, so it's my goal. I don't usually have numerical goals like that, so it's.
Bless all of you.
Yeah.
We'll see you in June. June's coming. Spring will be here before long.
Yeah.
Might frost it.
Oh, and let's get him on Facebook a little bit more. He's starting. He's inching on. I mean, not that Facebook is the greatest, but it's a way for him to communicate with the world about his book and stuff. So, say hi. All right. I'm gonna usher you off so that you don't fall.
Can you find a home for this? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Good. Bye. We love you.